Enes Kanter and Royce White want to be in the WNBA. Tossing it to our transgender expert, Mark.
Let's go.
Actually, I think it was in the right hands.
I'm not the transgender.
No, you know the story. You know the story better than me.
I don't know the story other than what'd you say, Freeze?
No, it's your man. It ain't me. Yo, this nigga, you a dirty nigga.
Mark, what'd you say, Mark?
Why can't y'all be mature?
Yo, Mark.
He knows he introduced the elements of the story.
That nigga ain't dirty up
This
here.
is Mark, bro.
What the fuck I do?
You know what you
Call my
did,
man a
nigga.
trans expert, nigga.
You know why you called him that?
I didn't call him an expert. He called me the expert.
But you said shut the fuck up. Don't do that again.
Do what?
I'm not an expert on any sentence that starts with Enes Kanter and Royce White. I think these two have been Delulu for a little while.
All right, so let me tell people what happened.
There we go. Come on, man.
So for the last week or so, Enes Kanter Freedom, and Royce White have both been making headlines because they have been declaring their intention to enter the 2027 WNBA draft. The reason why they're doing that is because they say that the WNBA doesn't have a clear position on whether trans women can play in the league. Part of why this is happening is because, you know, we saw interviews with the Indiana Fever. We saw interviews with, what was another player too. But we've seen players offer different positions on whether or not they think trans women should play. But of course, the dominant position, publicly anyway, from the WNBA players has been, we're down to play with or against trans women. And that, of course, is outraging some people for some reason that I can't understand. And so they're going more and more down the road. I mean, I saw Royce White do an interview on Fox. I saw him wearing a wig. All these things to kind of...
Oh, yeah, he did go get a wig.
Yeah, to force the WNBA's hand to take a policy position.
I don't think that's transitioning. Buying a wig.
Maybe
I'm wrong.
It is.
I'm not a scientist. I am not the trans expert up here.
That's part of the conversation. It gets sketchy because, again, if a person says they identify as something, you can't tell them they can or can't. That's what a lot of the conversation started from originally. We were saying this a couple years ago where it's like, yo, this is a gray area that y'all are approaching by saying this person, I'm trying to be as delicate as possible, forgive me, but this person identifies as this, so must be treated as such. So that opens the door to those two gentlemen saying, hey, now I am this, and I should be allowed to play in the draft. I mean, I should be allowed to declare for the draft and enter the WNBA.
This is an exhausting topic.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite the same.
I also don't think that it's an honest conversation. That's my that's my frustration with it.
It's not.
This is a solution in search of a problem. There are no people trying to play in the WNBA who are trans. If there were a bunch of trans women, or even one trans woman trying to play in the WNBA, I think we could have a conversation about it.
Got it.
But this has happened in other sports.
Like what?
There was
boxing,
swimming,
track and field.
Boxing is typically trans men, right? It's usually trans men trying to compete.
No, there was I know. Okay, yeah, I know the story.
You see what I'm saying? But again, I think in any league that it happens in, I think the stakeholders.
Yeah, it's a trans woman.
Yeah, it was a trans woman.
I didn't see that.
It was a trans woman.
But then it wasn't. She just had. She was a
just
woman
had
with
high-
a condition that had high
high testosterone, right?
Yeah.
I know that story, but that's not trans. That's what I'm saying.
It was a woman.
That's what I'm saying. These aren't the same, and we're comparing. We're mixing a lot of things. But my point is, in every league, we can have that conversation. If it happens in hockey, if it happens in boxing, if it happens in basketball, whatever, let's have the conversation about what the people want, about what the competitors want, about what fairness is. In the WNBA case, again, there is no thing happening. Number one. Number two, the people who are in the league who would have to play against her and with her are saying, we don't care. So if the people playing...
So what's the problem then?
Great question. And here's my answer to that. Every year or every 2 years or every 4 years, depending on what's happening politically, there are people who try to distract us from the things that actually matter and have us focus on this thing which becomes a wedge issue. Again, I'm not making the case for or against trans women playing in the WNBA. Right. My point is, it's not an actual...
It's
a non-story.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all making it up, basically.
Right, so we're using all this political energy and all this money, and we're all looking at Royce White and his Kanter of all people. We're not looking at trans women who can't get housing, health care, who are being criminalized, who are being murdered. We're not looking at that. And for everybody who wants to protect women and girls, for fairness and all that. Those same people who are outraged by the WNBA aren't doing shit to create policies to protect cisgender women and girls. So what they end up doing is taking people who would otherwise be on this side of the aisle, and they drag them to another side of the aisle by saying, look at those trans people in your bathroom. Look at those trans people trying to take over high school varsity. And they're trying to make Joanna Man a real life thing that's happening all the time. I think there is a real conversation to be had about competition in sports in trans identity. I think we can have it. But
Don't just make it
But
up
it's not in good faith.
Yeah,
that's my issue. That's my issue.
Yeah, they're making a mockery of it. I agree with Mark.
I agree with that.
They're trolling. They're pushing all of this right wing shit. They've been on Fox News all week.
Of course.
So when we say this is big in the headlines, I mean, in the black spaces, dudes are just saying, get these niggas out of here.
Yeah.
But on Fox, they doing this up.
Oh, we got to listen to them because they said that they had identified.
Hey, no, we never listened to Enes Kanter about anything.
Pretty good.
He's the only former Knick that Knicks don't even. We act like that didn't happen at all.
He
we
was
don't
yours.
want. We don't want nothing to do with that.
Forgot about that
At all. Getting rid of him started our championship DNA
He wasn't that bad though.
when he was playing. That's before we knew he was a goof.
He's definitely a goof. Yeah.
He did a few like goofy
He did some
things.
There's a couple things.
Yeah.
It was that shit where the league was in bed with China, and then he was
did a
the
few
main
things.
one screaming, "Hey, say something, LeBron!" And that started his right wing. He started getting some attention from places, and then he just
Lean into it.
yeah.
That's my shit with Royce White. And I've known Royce since he was drafted. I mean, Royce and I are friends. I know him since the day he was drafted. He ended up not playing. He was a very good basketball player.
He was tough.
Very, very good college
He was
basketball
tough.
player. He was afraid to fly, which is why he never ended up getting his NBA career off the ground. And then now he's in politics right now. He's run for Senate a couple times. And again, it's like when your R&B album failed.
Oh, shit.
You say what?
Nothing. Hey, let's write that down.
If I think it was what I think you said, solid joke.
It was a good joke.
But write it down. Including me saying solid joke.
For sure.
But no, I mean, like Enes can't. I mean, Royce White
White,
to me is a good example of like your R&B album fails, you make a gospel album sometimes. Your political career, or rather your sports or your thing, whatever it is, it fails. You become a right wing, a black right winger, and suddenly the line is short and you in front. That's the thing that I don't like about this.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I wonder if they get drafted.
Get their ass cracked.
With that part.
Them niggas will get cracked in the W. Go out there and playing with Paige and the rest of them like that.
Paige and Olivia be
Olivia.
crossing them the fuck up.
And then Juju is next year. Go ahead and play Royce White
hang it up.
if you want to.
Neutral button.